Hey there, my name is Lauren. I'm the founder of Asked and Answered. We're an outsourced paralegal and legal assistant business, as well as we offer recruiting services. We target small law firms in California. And I'm here to talk to you today about training and development for your legal staff, so your legal assistants and your paralegals. I've been a paralegal legal assistant for over 15 years, and I can tell you I've worked for multiple firms. And this is an area that does not get enough attention because while there's practical knowledge of what a paralegal or legal assistant does, like the general type of tasks, most companies, most firms do not set up an employee for their first day and give them exactly what they need. So this is part one. This part will be dedicated to why it's so important to do. Um, and Yeah, so I just want to get into that really fast. So as I mentioned, most firms do not offer a lot of training. I've worked for a large law firm. They offered the most training, and that was not necessarily it wasn't always just things like how they like to do it, which is the most important thing to me for you to train on how your business likes to do it. But they also trained on the platforms and systems that they used, right? So if you use Clio, like day one, you should be having a conversation and or a training about the task that you want to have that new hire to perform. Okay, so that should be part of the training. I thought it was very interesting how they had it laid out. They had a plan. They executed the plan. Day one, I came in, I knew the same thing that most of the other paralegals and legal assistants knew. And there were some things missing, and we'll get into that. But I thought that is probably how a first day should go. Most first days is just like, here you are, here's where our documents are kept, and here's your email, and go ahead and log in and sign these California compliant and federal compliant labor forms, and best of luck to you. Let me get your ID. Okay. Here's your first assignment. And on assignment one, I guarantee you, if you throw someone in there that way, they're gonna go, huh? Wait, what? And they're gonna have a lot of questions for you. And this is gonna take a lot more time. So let me break it down for you this way. You want to be able to say, here are some documents, here's some drafts and some exhibits. Please finalize this so that we can serve it. I'm using this as an example because I mostly work with paralegals, and this is something that is a common paralegal task. Okay. So in you saying that, it seems like you've made the entire statement, right? It's so close, but it's not if the person is not trained. Okay. So let's go over the steps that might include, right? That might include proofreading, spell checking, reformatting, adding tables in if necessary. That may include reviewing court rules, local rules, judges' procedures. Okay. That may include adding the exhibits, bookmarking. There is a lot of things that go into this finalizing. This may be 2 hours worth of work that you've wrapped up into one sentence request, and it can be sufficient again for the right person if they're well trained. Okay, so expect the communication going back and forth. Expect there to be questions. Give yourself time and grace for those questions. Right? Of course, you don't want to just here you go and then I can't answer any questions because the questions will formulate the type of work product that you get back, right? The answers to those questions. Anyhow, so uh, that's why you don't want to just not train because you've included a lot of things in a very short instruction. You want to get to where like the person you're giving the assignment to receives the assignment and they go and they can be autonomous and they can just go on and they have a couple questions and that's it and they're done and they rocked out, right? But you're not always going to get that. And especially when you first start working with someone, you don't really know their skills and knowledge 100% to just entrust that they got this. And this is where a lot of candidates fail at a new role because they don't know what you specifically want and what you mean when you say finalize this document for filing. They don't know what it means when you say create me a shell even necessarily because some places will say create me a shell meaning like create me put all the detail from one that's in a similar case. Find a similar case to this or similar circumstances to this circumstance and draft it, right? I have some attorneys that we serve that say they want their paralegals drafting. And I have some that say that's not you, boo. That's you just need to make a template, have it formatted properly, have the proper headings or sections that we usually use. You can take a look in the file, and that's all I need. Or if it's discovery responses, go ahead and put the questions in the headings, and then leave me space to respond. Right. So every firm is different, and that's going to save you a lot of frustration. You saying this how we do, right? Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the plan. Having a full plan, because again, we've talked about this before. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. If you haven't seen it, please take a look at the channel. When I talk about what you're looking for in your job description and being very particular to the person that you're trying to hire, being very specific about the tasks that you're going to want them to do. So now that you have the list of tasks that you want them to do, right? Now we're going to connect those two dots, right? We have a plan. These are the tasks that they're going to do. So now we know the things that we need to train them on, right? And it's okay if they haven't done something, and it's okay if they've done something before, but you still want to give them the same training because you have your particular way and your particular expectations, and you want those things to meet, right? So come back for part 2, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a framework for some ideas for how you can get your training put together. Okay? Have a good day.